Welcome to American Minority Sociology 2319. I'll be your professor, Dr. Turley. We'll be doing these lectures video style as well as taking your test through Blackboard. Excited to have you here. If you've been in one of my classes, great to see you again. If not, hopefully we're going to learn a lot and have a lot to learn from one another. So today we're going to go over our syllabus quickly. I'm assuming everybody could read, so I'm not going to go over it line by line. But as you see, we have our information. Best way to get a hold of me is through email, through the Blackboard. We've got a mission statement and course objectives, and I'm going to teach you about minority group relations here in the United States. Our teaching strategies are a lot of reading, a lecture, classroom discussions that I'll post, exams, and a paper project, which we'll discuss. We have two textbooks. They don't cost anything, but you will have to get and download or have access to both of these. Our Lives in Ethnic Study primer with Guadalupe Cavazos, Silas, Chad Darrell Johnson. Minority Studies is the second book. The author there is Ruth Dunn. It's in OpenStax. And you should be able to find both of those in the Blackboard links. We have a course management thing, class policies. Everyone's going to be nice to one another. We're going to have respect in the online classroom. Participation is going to be you viewing these videos and responding to discussions when I post them. Attendance is going to be you seeing those videos, and how that's going to happen is you're going to go on to YouTube, which you've already found, and viewing them and registering as a channel viewer, and then I will see who's viewed the videos, and that'll be your attendance. Section about academic integrity. Basically, don't plagiarize on your project. You're going to have 4 exams as well as the attendance. You'll also have a paper and 2 component papers, which I'll talk about a little bit more in a minute. Basically, everything is due the day it's due. I'm not going to accept any work after the last class day. Everyone's going to be nice and not be abusive in class. There's the whole thing in there about not being extreme or abusive in any of our classroom discussions. I also have a thing about arguing grades. Again, if there's really a mistake, and that happens, shoot me a email, but, arguing for arguing's sake just kind of wastes all of our time. When corresponding with me, since I have other classes, I would like you to use either SOCI 2319 or American Minorities in your subject line, so I know this class versus other class I have. You have to have a computer and access. I wasn't able to get to a computer. I didn't have internet access. Not going to be accepted for excuses for participation or taking tests. You have to check at least every 2 days and on the course, where I'll make announcements and send things. Also, if I've answered a question in the announcements or in this syllabus, I'll take points off your test. Why am I being that way? Got a lot of students. If I have to repeat things over and over and over, you can see where that gets just a little too much for anybody. So our paper is going to be 8 to 10 full pages in 12-point font, double space. We're going to talk more about that later, but basically you're going to be applying the social theory that we learned to an aspect of American minorities in the United States, and basically writing from that perspective. You'll also have component papers that I describe in more detail there in the syllabus, and I give you the organization of the paper. Okay, big point. No AI, none. Do not use AI. I run everything through a chat GBT detector. 2, no encyclopedias, no Wikipedia. All right, I want you to find sources and use those sources. Encyclopedias and dictionaries are not college level sources. As this is a sophomore level class, that won't be happening. So I also put out the course schedule for you in our syllabus, taking it sort of week to week, obviously subject to change. If something happens, I'll send out notification about such a change, and you have to be watching and being aware of that change. You have an information sheet that I want you to fill out, your personal information sheet, and then either take a picture or scan it and send it back to me. That'll be the sort of first assignment that you have. Expectations of the course. Those that have had me as intro will probably go, oh, he's totally easy. And I was. Intro is a course in which I want you to get the information as best we can. But this is a sophomore level class. So expect to spend 3 hours every week reading. Again, you'll have a chapter in each of the textbooks, as well as readings online in Blackboard and videos on Blackboard. There's a lot of reading here. And you'll need to take notes on that reading. The idea that you can pop open your book or have it going while taking the test and finding everything. Our tests are going to be timed much more closely than I did my intro classes. And you're going to need to take notes. You can use your notes, but if you think you can go back and forth between sources and take the test, that just won't work. Why am I so serious about this? And why am I so serious about this class? Because you'll be the expert. After taking this course, you're going to be the expert from now on in every room that you're in about racial, ethnic, minority relations in the United States. And as you know, that's a big deal in America. Lots of people have lots of opinions, and not always informed opinions. You have the 2 components to the paper, both of which contribute. So you're going to write what you're going to say about sort of like, here's my topic. I want to talk about race and, I don't know, incarceration or poverty, welfare, voting, housing, wealth, employment, whatever. And then you're going to write your intro. That's your first component paper, and it's due very soon. I think it's the 3rd class week. Why do I have a paper? I offered volunteering in my other classes. You're going to be exposed to having to think about these things in an academic fashion. Now, I know a lot of classes, intro classes, have blogs and discussions. And I guess that's valuable, but here I want you to know what you're talking about, being able to formulate a real academic argument. The second component paper is going to be your bibliography, your works cited page, which you can follow along in the syllabus. Our secret word, which will happen in every lecture, is basil, like the herb, basil. How do I structure my introduction or my bibliography? Again, in the syllabus, you'll see that I have you go to the American Journal of Sociology, American Sociological Review, and see how we write articles. And then I want you to basically pattern what you're going to write, obviously much smaller. Those are usually 20 to 25 page articles in those journals. But see how they put an intro, see how they do their works cited or bibliography page. That's what I'm looking for. So after viewing this, I want you to fill out that information. That's your contract to be in the class. Send it to me through the email, and we're going to have a great semester. So see the next videos.